part of the role of sponsors and assistants. Not quite got the pace. And smooth on the way in. And very sideways, scrubs off a lot of speed down through the gearbox, back on the power. Looking crisp, bottoming out there, coming on and off the brakes. So effectively with the 998 turbo charge Mitsubishi. Urgent engine note rings out amongst the trees, a little bit sideways, checks it, locks up, kicks it back round the other way, on the power, on the dip, opposite lock, lifts it on the way out. Mitsubishi Evo 9 and stab of power, bunch of gearbox. So Martin, Dawn England with the Mitsubishi. Listen for the change up. Quickly bang, bang, bang. That is, look at the side of the car and see what it says. Auto sport car. Here with the Mitsubishi Evo 9, built from new 5 years ago, built to Group A, pipeline on the way in, then the attire wear on the transport manager, who's younger than Tony, and find the gear, put the power in, and the car rushes forward. A bit out of order, car number 17. Perhaps when they got involved in the diversions out 15. The road, running back down the numerical order. Now picking up the Mark II escort of Tony Williams from Sturminster Newton in 3 today in the hands of Scott Partridge from Hereford. Close to the barrier, the bales there for Scott. Keegan Reese is co-driver. Very quiet down the hill. And in, bring the power on, and the opposite lock. Didn't quite see it through, but very quickly back on the way down. The Mark II set up for the corner. Driven in a very conservative manner. Little bit of power and a bit of a slide. Last test car of the. Then went on to win the Fiesta Championship in 2012. So a very successful car, sponsored by Flying Dog, as you can see down the flanks of the Fiesta. 30 plus, sets the car up beautifully and keeps the power on. Sponsored by Newlands Holiday Park in Sharma, Hull, which is in the left-hand seat. Front wheel drive car. Getting a bit of momentum going as it goes down the hill. Weld. Go to the Mark II. Conserve the pace on the way in, but a little bit more enthusiastic later. So it's the RX-7 1300, sponsored by Micron Communications. Driver finding some power on the exit, and that distinctive finish on the Somerset stages. So no doubt he'll be pacing himself with the Subaru to make it all the way through to the finish, and he'll be looking at B11, running a Ford Duratec engine. So first time on the Somerset stages. So with a good result on the winding, they'll be looking to replicate that form here in Exmoor. So the silver Subaru goes into sight. Paul Simon fixes line and smoothly conducts the Japanese machine through 2010. Championships 2011 and 2013, upgraded to R2 sports car. Managing the ground clearance very well, a little bit of tape on the front wing. Putting the power down well, as you might expect. Self-built for rallying lane. Pontefract. Co-driver, both classed at class sign of WRC-TV, so they're involved in the sport during the week. So action. Class 27, Uber Impressive, Richard Barrow and Andrew Richards teamed up for a 1600 twin cam, singing out through the trees in Toyota Motorsport colours, even bearing the legend Toyota GB on the front. The car being driven hugely past the cake, just getting a little bit too side. Not only new suspension, but a new turbocharger as well. And their ambition today is Dan's words, just finishing. That's what it's all about, with lots of fun. Keith Thomas, Keith from Cairn with the 2.5 V6 exit. And Robert has competed on the Somerset stages before and has received a good result. The trouble is, he said it was so long ago he can't remember that far back. So the Freelander, another Freelander 2.5 XM Sport is the advice I received for Andy Drummond's machine. Now, it's that iconic rally car shape, the Mark II Ford Escort. This one of David Edwards from Cardiff. David teamed up with Adrian McNally for today's event. We have a disco in sight, and it is in fact enthusiastically driven by Oliver there, and a lot of power on the way out, and he's carrying that on. Oh, there's the brakes. And again on the Vita Somerset stages, Benson and Stanton with his 2-litre turbo car. Bowler powered, quiet, neat and tidy. Sponsored by Land Rover dealers JV Like. Bowler will work the side. And Simon judging his speed. The back of the Defender just easing its way out a little bit. And throwing up the dust. Going down on the 63 reg machine. Silvery grey, throws up the dust. Very smooth, very quiet, it's alive. No worries about ground clearance, no bottoming out. Just avoid any big ruts, which we're fortunate not to have here at Charlgate Wood. Very in the Mitsubishi. Haskins won the event back in '84. Knows the hand very well with Will Rogers. The 2-litre car back Edwards with the Ford Escort 2-litre. Sean, sponsored by Rally Wells, as we can see out of the hill here. Mark 1 2-litre BGG, just riding the bank on the exit. The Holiday Park owner in Charmer, in Dorset on the Mazda.